Hey everyone, I'm JP and welcome to GoodTalkHQ. In today's episode, we're going to take another look through the eShop at some amazing deals you can pick up right now. Remember, this is part 2 for our weekend deals. If you missed yesterday's episode, I'll have a link down below so you can check out part 1. The deals right now are too good to miss. If this happens to be your first time here, welcome to the channel. Thanks for checking out the video. I hope you have a good time, and if you do, consider hitting that red button down below to become part of the crew. We'd love to welcome you, and we have a great group of people here that love a good deal and an excellent game. And of course, if you've been here before, thank you as always, my friends. Welcome back. We appreciate you hanging out with us for a few minutes again today. Alright, with all that said, let's dive into the list and try to save some money. As always, stay safe out there, and please enjoy the video. Alright, we'll start with Am Setsuna. This is a single-player retro-style JRPG, again from Square Enix, this time with a story that should last more than 20 to 25 hours to finish up, and the download comes in around 1.4 gigs. The game has an incredibly emotional story following our main character Setsuna, and the combat system is very similar to something like Chrono Trigger. In fact, it's clear many aspects of the game drew inspiration from that series. The art design, both in regards to the characters and the several various locations, is top-notch, and the nostalgia factor is heavy with this one. If you're interested in Am Setsuna, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends on May 12th. It's marked down 60%, matching an all-time low of just $15.99. Next we have Iconoclasts. This is a single-player 2D adventure game from Bitfrost Entertainment that will take roughly 10 to 15 hours to complete, and it has a download size just under 200 megabytes. In this one, players explore a large world filled with challenging puzzles, interesting characters, and plenty of bosses and bad guys to keep you busy. The game features 20 intense boss battles and an amazing retro-style aesthetic and sound, and there's a few difficulty settings adding accessibility. It looks and runs great on the Switch, and if you're interested in Iconoclast, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on May 9th. Right now it's marked down 60% to just $7.99. SPHEAR is a single-player RPG once again coming to us from Square Enix with a download size around 2.5 gigabytes, and it has a main story that again should last more than 20 hours to wrap up. Again, this game is heavily inspired by classic JRPGs, and the combat system, while being turn-based, is more of an active turn-based system where you have timed events during the combat as well. Once again, nostalgia takes this game to the next level, and if you grew up playing JRPGs or you've come to enjoy the genre in modern generations, this game is sure to deliver another amazing gameplay experience. If you're interested in this one, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends on May 12th. It's marked down 70% to a brand new low of just $14.99. Astray is a single-player 2D adventure game with a 5 to 10 hour main story and a download size around 4 gigabytes. Now this is a side-scrolling pixel art action platformer with super smooth animations, effects, and an immersive soundtrack. Throughout the game you have the ability to stick to walls or the surfaces of different objects, which can make traversing the sinister levels a great time. Now the game does require patience and smart thinking to plan ahead through each stage, but I adored my time with Astray. If you're interested in this one, be sure to pick it up before the sale ends on May 8th. It's marked down 50%, matching an all-time low of just $7.49. Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin is an adventure RPG from Capcom with a download size around 14 gigabytes, and the main story should last more than 60 hours to finish up. Also, the game can be played online or in local multiplayer with 3 other people, making this an excellent value. The RPG mechanics are a nice twist and a fresh take on a series that will appeal to even those that aren't big into the mainline Monster Hunter games. One thing to note though is that there are a few areas where the frame rate can stutter a bit, but it's not game breaking in any way. If you're interested in Monster Hunter Stories 2, be sure to pick this one up before the sale ends on May 16th. It's marked down 50% and matching an all-time low of just $29.99, or you can get the deluxe edition for $34.99. No More Heroes is a single-player action fighter with a download size around 2.2 gigabytes and a main story that should last more than 10 hours to wrap up. In this one, we play as Travis Touchdown, an assassin that finds himself disgraced and at the bottom of the ranks within his criminal organization. In order to prove his worth once more, he'll have to take out 10 of the company's most deadly assassins, each of whom have a detailed backstory, and the stories that you learn about each of your targets is one of the best aspects of the game in my opinion. This is another great series that's currently on sale, but you can pick up the first entry until May 12th, marked down 25% and matching an all-time low of just $14.99. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD is a single-player action FPS from Oddworld inhabitants with a main story that should take roughly 15 hours or so to finish up, and the download is around 1 gigabyte. Now the main twist with this game is that the enemies that you shoot are meant to be trapped or captured and used as the ammo themselves. It's an interesting game mechanic that still feels amazing all these years after the original release. Now it sometimes can put you in harm's way in the more intense sections of the game, but it's absolutely worth it either way. The port here to the Switch runs amazing with a stable frame rate, and all the enhancements make the game feel like it was meant to be played here on the console. The game does have a bit of a difficulty spike near the end, but if you're into the challenge, make sure to check out Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD before the sale ends on May 6th. It's marked down 50% to just $14.99. Okinawa Rush is an action platformer from No Gravity Games, available for 2 players and local co-op with a download size around 720 megabytes. Now the main story is rather short, only clocking in at maybe 2 or 3 hours, but with the local co-op you can always find a bit more time from games like this if you have a friend or a sibling to play with. Now the game is sort of a mix between platformer and beat 'em up, shown from a side view with amazing retro graphics, and there's different playable characters, each with their own moves and combos. You have access to a few different weapon choices as well, and overall the combat system is a lot of fun, plus the boss battles were amazing. Right now you can pick up Okinawa Rush on sale until May 2nd, marked down 40% to a new all-time low of just $11.99. Next we have Phoenix Wright, the Ace Attorney Trilogy, which is a collection of single-player narrative-driven games from Capcom with a download size around 2.2 gigabytes and offers more than 60 hours of gameplay. All 14 episodes are included, which covers the first 3 games and brings them back for modern gamers. The cases are always amazing and the characters are always memorable. Of course, you'll have to work out the clues and solve each one of the cases, and it plays out kind of like a visual novel. The port was done very well here on the Switch, and once again it's a great way to either jump back into them or experience them for the first time. If you're interested in the collection, make sure to check it out before the sale ends on the 16th. It's marked down 50%, matching an all-time low of just $14.99. Ruined King, a League of Legends Stories, is a single-player RPG with an isometric view and a turn-based combat system. It has a download size just under 10 gigabytes and a main story that could last more than 30 hours to finish up. The game expands upon the lore of the League of Legends franchise and sort of acts as an introduction into the world. You'll build a party and explore the massive world as you try to uncover the secrets of the Black Mist. Again, the game looks and runs great here on the Switch, plus there's a deluxe bundle you can pick up which will add in a few more playable characters, weapons, and other cosmetic items if you prefer that option. Right now though, the base edition is on sale until May 9th, marked down 35% to a new low of just $19.49, or the deluxe bundle is $25.99. Tales of Iron is a single-player action-adventure game from United Label and offers roughly 6 to 8 hours of gameplay with a download size around 1.7 gigabytes. In this hand-drawn RPG, players will have to master brutal combat techniques, face off against tough bosses, and learn to craft the items needed to take on the later stages. Tales features a vast kingdom to explore with 6 different distinct locations, an engaging story, and all kinds of quests to keep you busy. You can even gather companions who will provide aid during certain missions. If you're interested in Tales of Iron, make sure to pick it up before the sale ends on May 6th. Right now it's marked down 40% to a new all-time low of just $14.99. The Last Campfire is a single-player adventure puzzle-style game from publisher Hello Games and offers roughly 5 to 6 hours of main story gameplay with a download size just over 2.5 gigabytes. Now this is the story of a lost ember trapped in a puzzling place and trying to find their way home. It adds in a few new tricks to the simple mechanics of these style puzzle platformers with an amazing narrative. Every aspect of the game is beautiful and the soundtrack is next level. If you're interested in The Last Campfire, make sure to pick it up before May 9th. It's marked down 60% to just $5.99. And now for another new game spotlight, Arise: A Simple Story, the Definitive Edition. This is a single-player narrative-driven experience that should last roughly 3 hours or so to play through, and by the end, the emotional tale you've just relived with the old man is sure to leave an impression. The game allows you to control time, moving it forward and backward with the simple use of the right thumbstick. Now this is used to solve puzzles or shift the world around, allowing access to a previously unreachable area. The story itself is told through minor cutscenes and collecting memories that you can find throughout the levels, and I have a review here on the channel if you'd like to see a more in-depth analysis of the game, but right now you can pick it up with an introductory sale of 50% off, marked down to just $9.99 until May 19th. Alright folks, and as always, here are a few other games to check out while you're already on the eShop. Alright folks, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you as always for hanging out with us. You're legendary if you made it this far. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you're interested in more videos, click right here for some more great content. Bye everyone.
That's all for today's list. We hope you liked the video. If you did, consider subscribing and liking down below. Okay, bye!